And goddamn, the judge said, hold on, Little Mermaid. You ain't under the sea. You can't post Halo either. The judge is sick of both of them. But honestly, this is a win for DDG if you ask me. DDG can't get his visitation.
Halle Bailey is crashing out after DDG's shocking custody win in court. And honestly, no one saw this coming. The internet is buzzing, emotions are running wild, and we've got to break down exactly what went down. So Halle Bailey and DDG's court case came back up a few days ago, and the new judge did not hold back. According to the ruling, it looks like DDG won't be the only one restricted anymore. Halle is now under the same ban. Both parents are officially prohibited from posting their son, Halo, on social media. And on top of that, the judge also barred them from posting about each other online. Whew, talk about a plot twist. Nobody saw that one coming. Now, just for context, this whole situation is so interesting because, as y'all probably remember, back in May 2025, Halle was granted temporary sole custody and even secured a restraining order against DDG. But that wasn't all. At the time, Halle also asked the court to block DDG from posting Halo online. Her reasoning? She claimed DDG was only using their son for clout and streaming income. While some people thought that request made sense, others felt it totally backfired. Why? Because Halle herself has posted Halo before, multiple times. In fact, let's not forget that not too long ago, Halle even shared pictures of Halo after wrapping her movie project in Italy. Not only that, but the producers and even her co-stars posted photos of Halo as well. So when she accused DDG of exploiting their son for attention, people on social media were quick to call her out for being hypocritical. One of the people who called Halle out and even claimed she was lying against DG just to get full custody was DG's former cameraman.
Dog's innocent. Just the only way to get full custody of the child is to put false claims on the person. Because you can't just get full custody just to get full custody.
Now here's where things get even more interesting. Halle's initial request to limit DDG's visits to just 6 supervised hours per week, which comes out to only about 13 full days per year, was rejected. From the looks of it, DDG has now been granted expanded visitation time amounting to 120 days in a year. For many fans, that ruling felt like a major win for DDG. But y'all, a lot of people have had their different opinions on this whole situation. For some, Halle is trying too hard to keep DDG away from their son, which is giving controlling and bitter ex vibes. But others think she's just doing whatever it takes to protect Halo. And one user, clearly Team Halle, wrote, "As long as Halle and her baby remain safe and sound, that's what's most important. The judge made the right call." But another fan who had a different view said, "This is a joke and a mess. Shame this couldn't be worked out without the courts involved. They should be able to come together for the sake of the baby. Bro just wants to be a father." From the majority of people's reactions, it's clear that at the end of the day, the only one truly caught in the middle of this drama is Halo. And honestly, that's the saddest part. But the question remains, will DDG keep racking up wins in this legal battle? Or will Halle find a way to turn the tables as the case moves forward? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and follow for more juicy celeb updates just like this.
Stefon Diggs is back in the headlines, and this time the story is heavy. According to an incident report filed in Montgomery County, a man named Christopher Blake Griffith accused the NFL star of drugging, forcing himself on him, and then plotting to silence him after things went wrong. That report has now led to serious legal trouble, and it's dragging Cardi B right into the mess. The details in the report are disturbing. Griffith says Diggs handed him candy at a party in May 2023, but it wasn't normal candy. He later realized it was laced with drugs. He described how his body reacted, pupils blown out, skin tingling, heart racing, even struggling to speak properly. And then, he says Diggs got close, whispered in his ear, and tried to take things further. Griffith claims he refused, and that's when the situation spun out of control. By the end of the night, Griffith says he was robbed of jewelry worth up to $500,000. He insists Diggs wasn't alone. There were others in the house, even Diggs's brother, who he says wore the stolen pieces afterward. In Griffith's words, "That's why people don't say anything. Someone's always protecting the predator." Those words hit hard, because if true, it paints a picture of a whole system shielding him. And here's where it gets darker. Griffith alleges that 1 week later, Diggs actually conspired to have him unalived to stop his secrets from spilling. He even compared Diggs's assistant to Ghislaine Maxwell, claiming she helped prepare people for him. Again, these are accusations, not proven facts in court, but the language alone shook people. Fans wasted no time reacting to these disturbing claims. One person wrote, "Offset about to have a field field day. Another said, I mean, even his teammates were aware of him and his antics. Someone else laughed it off. I thought everyone knew he liked to party. LOL. And then came the most cutting one. This came out way before Cardi dated him. No man is going to lie about being SA'd by another man. There was footage of his brother and friends at his residence and robbed him, and Stefon wore what they stole. That last comment is what got people dragging Cardi into it. Because if this story was already circling before she got with him, did she really not know? Cardi is no stranger to drama, but linking herself to a man carrying this kind of baggage puts her empire at risk. People are now asking why she'd tie her name to Diggs when whispers about him were already in the air. And let's not forget, in Hollywood and in sports, silence is its own answer. When a story like this drops, the way the industry reacts says everything. And right now, nobody's stepping up to defend him. Not teammates, not friends, not insiders. That silence is louder than any statement, and it's making fans wonder what else hasn't been said yet. Because if these accusations have been floating around since before Cardi ever entered the picture, then the question becomes simple. How long has this been an open secret? And what happens now that the paper trail is public?